Hi everyone, welcome back. Joker Plays here. Today we got an exciting new master build that we are going to showcase, which is our Racetrack. As we fly around, you're going to see a lot of the neat details that went into building this track in particular. From the oval shaped to the angled builds, a little area to grab the bite to eat, as well as even a grandstand and a judge's booth area. A lot of work and thought process went into this particular build itself. What's even more impressive is the overhead view of the stadium, in which you can really get a good feel of what it looks like. As we fly around, you will also notice the bumper car track. That is going to be featured in a separate video that's linked in the description. Another great element to highlight is the grandstand. From here, there's various benches in which you can have a seat and have amazing views of the track no matter where you sit. Of course, a racetrack is not complete without having a judge's booth area. Here we showcase the judge's booth area, the view from the sky, and just how important it is to have this element as part of the racetrack. As we walk across the bridge, you'll be able to see some of the features that we've added to the track as well, including the start-stop lights and the starting position. Of course, a racetrack is not complete without having some kind of food vending going on. Here we're going to get our hot dog, soda, chips ready to go. We have the ability to sit down trackside as well and be able to get another amazing view of the racetrack up close and personal. Once you've had your snack and you are ready to go, it is time to race. Here we're going to hop in the car, go around the track and see what it's like. Conditions are great. It takes place in the desert, natural conditions all the way around. Track is pretty great. Driving is pretty smooth. And of course, we have boost. One can't have a race car without some kind of boost feature, right? Here we go. And of course there's a little rubbing from time to time. It happens. It's all the driver. What really makes this experience so much more enjoyable is when you get to race with some friends. Here I'm racing with some friends, family. We're using the track, going around, having a good time. Sometimes there's some bumper car action, but it's still fun. How does that saying go? You're not racing if you're not rubbing? There was plenty of that going on, as you could see. In light of the new season of Fortnite, we even got nitro running on our boosters. It seems like every time I race, I come across somebody who's driving the wrong way. I wonder what that is. Here's another great look at the spectator view from the grandstand. As you can see, the seats are great. As the drivers drive by, occasionally hit a wall, maybe are learning how to drive once again. Either way, it's fun. Oh, there we go. Rubbing is racing. This video would not be complete unless I did a quick tutorial on how to build the race car that I used in my video. In this particular case, I will be building the race car in my survival world just to simply demonstrate that these cars can be built in both survival and sandbox worlds. Instead of using regular vehicle platforms, I'm actually going to be using thin flooring for my base. In this particular case, I'm using the Beachy Thin Floor number 4, but you could really use any of the other ones. I encourage you to build other ones because then you'll have different color options for cars as well. Once your number floor is complete, then you're going to want to put number 1 on each of the sides centered. Again, you can do this with any colors. The next step is to place your powered wheels. Make sure you get your front and your rear squared away so that you don't put your turning wheels on one side and vice versa on the other, and this thing will end up going in circles. Here, I'm placing my straight wheels first. I then switch off to doing my turning wheels. Here I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the back, but do it towards the front. One last step before dropping the vehicle is check the direction of the wheels. Make sure they are heading in the right direction. Then go ahead and remove your base. Now that the basic foundation of the vehicle is built, it's time to build the top section. In this particular case, I'm using thin floor 1 to build a base layer spaced 1 nub away. Here I'm going to select the driver's seat that I want to use for this particular car. In this case, I'm using the medium one. The next step is to add our small power center. This you can rotate it in any direction. I placed it in the direction that I liked based on the perspective of the vehicle. Now it's time to move to the back of the vehicle so that we can place our wing. This is where our vehicles may differ. If you don't have the beachy set, it's best to use the Rustic Beam 01 in order to place a base layer to put your wing on top. If you do have the beachy set, the 1x4 piece that comes with it, absolutely one of the best pieces in the game, really makes for the aesthetic on the back of this vehicle. I will use this for the base layer of my wing instead. And of course, this vehicle is not complete unless we add some boost. Here's where we're going to add a small thruster just to give me that boost I'm looking for. Last but not least, we want to be able to see at night when we drive around as well. So, I'm going to add a light. Be sure to space this 1 back, as it breaks really easy. I found that spacing it 1 back is the key to success. So now the only last step to do, add the power cell, and we are ready to go. Oops. Let's just pretend nobody saw that and continue testing this. There you have it, folks. An awesome little race car that you can drive in both survival and in sandbox. If you enjoyed watching the video today, please don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment on what you thought of this. I truly appreciate it. And once again, as always, thanks for gaming with me, and until next time, make sure to keep gaming in your crosshairs.